My child, listen to me carefully tonight, because this message is not reaching you by accident. You have been crying silently, pretending to be okay while carrying storms inside your heart that nobody around you truly understands. You smile in front of people, but deep inside you feel tired. Tired of fighting, tired of waiting, tired of wondering when your life will finally change. But I need you to hear my voice clearly right now. I have not abandoned you. Even during the nights when you felt completely alone, I was there. Even during the moments when your prayers seemed unanswered, I was listening. Even when your heart broke into pieces and nobody came to comfort you, I stayed beside you. My child, you keep asking why everything had to hurt so much. Why betrayal found you. Why disappointment followed you. Why the people you loved the most became the ones who wounded you the deepest. But what you do not understand yet is this. I was separating you from what could not go where I am taking you. Some people were assigned only to a chapter of your story, not your destiny. And I know it hurt watching them leave. I know it hurt being misunderstood. I know it hurt giving your pure heart to people who never truly valued it. But I protected you through that separation, because if certain people stayed in your life longer, they would have destroyed the peace, purpose, and blessing I prepared for you. My child, the season you are entering now will not look like the season you survived. The pain will not last forever. The confusion will not last forever. The loneliness will not last forever. I am bringing restoration into your life. And yes, there were moments when you almost gave up. Moments where your faith became weak. Moments where fear whispered that nothing would ever change. But you are still here. Do you understand how powerful that is? After everything that tried to break you, you are still standing. That is because my hand has been covering your life even when you could not see it. The enemy thought the pressure would destroy you, but instead it made you stronger spiritually. Every battle pushed you closer to me. Every tear carried a lesson. Every delay developed patience inside your spirit. Nothing you survived was wasted. My child, there are blessings approaching your life right now that you cannot yet fully imagine. Doors I am opening behind the scenes, opportunities being prepared quietly, people being positioned to help you rise. And suddenly, what once felt impossible will begin happening naturally. But before those blessings fully arrive, I need you to release something first. Release the bitterness. Release the anger. Release the pain from people who hurt you. Because you cannot carry old wounds into the new season I prepared for you. I know forgiving them feels unfair sometimes. I know part of you still remembers the damage they caused. But forgiveness is not about pretending the pain never happened. Forgiveness is about freeing your own soul from becoming trapped in darkness. Do not allow what hurt you to harden your heart completely. You are still meant to love, still meant to trust me, still meant to experience peace again. My child, stop speaking negatively about your future. Stop saying your life will never improve. Stop repeating words of defeat over yourself. Your words carry power. When you constantly expect disappointment, fear begins controlling your vision. And fear is not the future I planned for you. I created you with purpose, with gifts, with a destiny greater than your current struggle. And even if you cannot fully see the path ahead yet, I need you to trust that I am guiding your steps. You are not behind in life. You are not forgotten. And you are not cursed. The delay was preparation, because what I am bringing into your life requires a stronger version of you. My child, I see the hidden tears nobody else notices. I see the moments you break down privately after pretending to be strong all day. I see the anxiety that keeps your mind racing at night. I see the exhaustion in your spirit, and I need you to rest in me again. Not everything must be figured out tonight. Not every burden belongs on your shoulders. Some battles require surrender instead of struggle. You have spent too much time trying to control outcomes that only I can change. Trust me with what you cannot fix. Trust me with the people you cannot change. Trust me with the future you cannot fully understand yet. Because while you are worrying, I am already working. My child, there are people secretly watching your life right now. Some are inspired by your resilience. Others secretly envy your strength because they cannot understand how you continue surviving after everything you have been through. But do not focus on proving yourself to people. Focus on becoming who I created you to be. You do not need everyone's approval to fulfill your purpose. The opinions of people cannot cancel what I have spoken over your life. And what I have spoken will come to pass. My child, there is also healing coming to your heart. Real healing, not temporary distractions that only numb pain for a moment. I am healing the deep wounds created by rejection, abandonment, betrayal, and disappointment. I am teaching you that your value was never determined by how others treated you. People failed you because they were broken too, but their inability to love you correctly does not make you unworthy of love. You are still valuable, still chosen, still deeply loved by me. My child, there are moments coming soon where you will look back at this painful season and finally understand why things had to happen the way they did. You will understand why certain doors closed, why certain people disappeared, why certain plans failed. Because I was protecting you from paths that would have damaged your future. Sometimes rejection is divine protection. Sometimes delays are acts of mercy. And sometimes the very thing you cried over losing was the thing blocking your growth. My child, stop chasing what I removed. If I close the door, trust that I saw something you could not see. I need you to stop reopening wounds. I am trying to heal. Stop returning to people who only know how to break your peace. Stop doubting yourself every time life becomes difficult. You have survived too much already to question the strength I placed inside you. My child, your breakthrough is closer than you think. I know you feel tired of waiting, but timing matters. Everything arrives exactly when your spirit is prepared to carry it. And right now, I am developing discipline inside you, wisdom inside you, discernment inside you. Because where I am taking you next, not everybody will deserve access to you. You must learn to protect your peace, protect your mind, protect your energy. Not every conversation deserves your attention. Not every battle deserves your response. Some people only want access to your spirit so they can drain it. Be careful who you trust in this next season. My child, there is also a financial blessing approaching some of your lives. I know the pressure you have been carrying silently, the bills that stress your mind, the fear about your future, the moments you wondered how things would work out. But I am still your provider. Do not allow fear to convince you that I cannot make a way. I can open doors no human effort alone could ever open. I can change situations overnight. I can bring opportunities from unexpected places. And what looks impossible to you is never impossible for me. My child, stop comparing your journey to other people. You keep looking at others and wondering why their lives seem easier, why their success arrived faster, why their prayers appear answered before yours. But you do not know the full story behind what people show publicly. And more importantly, your assignment is different. I am writing a unique story through your life. Some people bloom quickly, others bloom deeply. And I have been building deep roots inside you so your future will remain stable when blessings arrive. Do not rush the process. Growth takes time, healing takes time, transformation takes time, but every step matters. My child, I know there were moments where you felt invisible, moments where nobody checked on you, moments where you gave love to everyone else while secretly feeling empty yourself. But I never overlooked your pain. Every silent prayer reached heaven. Every tear mattered to me. And now comfort is coming to your soul. You will laugh again. You will feel peace again. You will wake up without carrying constant heaviness again. This storm is not permanent. My child, the enemy wanted you trapped in hopelessness because hopeless people stop dreaming. They stop praying. They stop expecting miracles. But I am restoring your hope now. Dream again, believe again, pray again. Because your future is still filled with purpose. The mistakes of your past did not cancel the calling on your life. I still have plans for you. Beautiful plans, peaceful plans. Plans greater than the fear trying to control your mind. My child, one day your testimony will inspire people who are currently where you once were. They will hear your story and realize survival is possible. They will see how you kept going even after heartbreak, how you kept believing after disappointment, And through your survival, others will find hope too. That is why the enemy fought you so hard. Because your life carries impact, your story carries power, and your breakthrough will remind people that I still perform miracles. So hold on a little longer. Do not quit now. Do not allow temporary pain to make you forget eternal promises. I am still writing your story, and the chapter ahead will carry blessings you never saw coming. Trust me, even here, even now, even in the waiting, because I have never stopped working behind the scenes of your life, and soon you will see why you had to survive everything you went through. My child, there is something I need you to understand before this next chapter of your life fully begins. The pain you survived was never meaningless. You kept asking why your heart had to break so many times, why people changed on you without warning, why doors closed after you prayed so hard for them to stay open, why you kept loving deeply only to feel disappointed in return. And slowly, your spirit became tired. Not physically tired, soul tired. The kind of exhaustion that sleep cannot fix. The kind of pain where you smile around people while secretly feeling empty inside. But I was watching every moment, every hidden tear, every silent prayer. Every night you almost gave up, but still found the strength to whisper my name one more time. And now I need you to trust me carefully because your life is beginning to shift in ways you cannot fully see yet. My child, you have spent too much time believing you were abandoned when in reality you were being protected. Some relationships had to end because they were distracting you from your purpose. Some opportunities had to fail because they would have led you into destruction. Some delays existed because your spirit was not fully prepared for what you were asking me to release into your hands. You thought I was saying no, but many times I was simply saying not yet, because timing matters more than you realize. A blessing received before spiritual maturity can become a burden instead of a miracle. That is why I allowed certain seasons to stretch longer than you expected. I was building endurance inside you, wisdom inside you, discernment inside you, strength inside you. And although the process hurt, it was creating the version of you capable of carrying the future I planned long ago. My child, stop being ashamed of your healing journey. You keep criticizing yourself for not being fully healed yet, for still having moments where sadness returns, for still struggling with memories that hurt your heart. But healing is not instant. Healing is a process. Some wounds heal quietly over time while you continue walking forward. And every day you choose not to quit, healing grows stronger inside your spirit. Do not compare your progress to anyone else. Nobody fully understands the battles you fought privately. Nobody knows how much strength it took for you just to survive certain seasons. But I know. And I am proud of you for continuing even when life became heavy. My child, there are still people connected to your life who secretly drain your peace. People who only appear when they need something. People who take your kindness for granted. People who smile in front of you while carrying jealousy in their hearts. And your spirit already feels it. That discomfort you sense around certain individuals is not random. I am exposing energies that no longer belong near your destiny. Pay attention to what your spirit feels in this season. Not everybody deserves access to your heart anymore. You have entered a season where peace matters more than popularity, silence matters more than attention, and genuine connection matters more than temporary validation. My child, you were never created to spend your life begging people to choose you. The right people will recognize your value without needing to lose you first. The right people will not constantly confuse your spirit. The right people will bring peace instead of emotional chaos. Stop chasing affection from those who only know how to hurt you. Stop reopening doors that I closed for your protection. Every time you returned to certain people, your peace disappeared. Your confidence weakened. Your spirit became heavy again. Because not every connection is healthy for your soul. And deep down, you already know that. My child, there is also something important happening inside your mind right now. You are beginning to outgrow old versions of yourself. The version of you that tolerated disrespect. The version of you that constantly doubted your worth. The version of you that accepted less than what you deserved because loneliness scared you. That person is slowly fading away. And although transformation feels uncomfortable, It is necessary for growth. Because where I am taking you next, insecurity cannot follow. Fear cannot follow. Self-hatred cannot follow. You must learn to see yourself the way I see you. Loved, chosen, protected, valuable, purposeful. My child, the enemy spent years trying to convince you that your story would end in failure, that nothing would ever change, that your pain would define your future forever. But the enemy lied. Your story is still unfolding, and the chapters ahead carry blessings you cannot yet imagine. There are opportunities approaching your life that will shock you. People I am sending who will help you heal instead of hurting you. Doors opening that once looked impossible, and moments coming where you will finally realize why certain things had to fall apart. Because sometimes destruction is necessary before reconstruction begins. My child, there were moments where you thought you were losing everything, but actually I was removing what no longer aligned with your destiny. You called it loss. I called it protection. You called it rejection. I called it redirection. You called it delay. I called it preparation. One day, you will look back and thank me for the things that did not work out. Because what I have prepared for you is greater than what you cried over losing. My child, stop allowing guilt from your past to control your future. Yes, you made mistakes. Yes, there were moments you ignored wisdom. Yes, there were seasons where emotions led you into painful situations. But your mistakes did not cancel your purpose. Grace still covers your life. Mercy still follows you. And I am still capable of creating beauty from brokenness. Do not let shame convince you that you are unworthy of a new beginning. You are not disqualified because you struggled. You are human. And healing humans sometimes fall before they learn how to stand stronger. My child, there are nights ahead where peace will finally return to your spirit. The anxiety that currently overwhelms your mind will not stay forever. The heaviness in your chest will not remain forever. The confusion clouding your emotions will not remain forever. I am restoring clarity inside you. You will smile genuinely again. You will wake up without fear controlling your thoughts again. You will experience joy without constantly expecting disaster to follow. But first, you must release the belief that suffering is all you deserve. Because somewhere along the way, pain became familiar to you. You became so used to disappointment that healthy things started feeling suspicious. You became so used to chaos that peace almost felt uncomfortable. But I did not create you to live in survival mode forever. You deserve peace too. You deserve stability too. You deserve genuine love too, my child. I need you to stop doubting the gifts I placed inside you. There is greatness in your spirit that fear has kept hidden for too long. Dreams you buried because rejection embarrassed you. Talents you ignored because people failed to support you. Ideas you abandoned because you became afraid of failure. But listen carefully. The opinions of people never determined your potential. What I placed inside you still carries power. And this is the season where many of those hidden gifts will begin waking up again. Do not ignore the passions constantly returning to your heart. Do not ignore the vision inside your spirit. I planted those desires inside you for a reason. My child, some of the people who hurt you are beginning to recognize your value now. Not because you changed for them, but because distance revealed what your presence once brought into their lives. And while part of you may still crave their apology, understand this truth carefully. Closure will not always come through words. Sometimes closure comes through growth. Sometimes healing comes when you finally stop waiting for people to become who they were never willing to be. You cannot force maturity into people who refuse accountability, and you cannot heal while constantly reopening old wounds. My child, stop returning emotionally to seasons I already delivered you from. Every time you revisit certain memories, you bleed again unnecessarily. Every time you stalk old situations mentally, your peace weakens again. The past cannot become your permanent home. You must keep moving forward, because your future still holds beauty. There are moments ahead filled with laughter you have not experienced yet, people you have not met yet who will genuinely appreciate your heart, places you have not seen yet, blessings you have not imagined yet. Your story does not end in heartbreak. Your story does not end in loneliness. Your story does not end in survival mode. There is more ahead for you. My child, protect your spirit carefully in this season. Not every conversation deserves your energy. Not every argument deserves your attention. Some people are committed to misunderstanding you because misunderstanding you makes them feel better about themselves. Let them misunderstand. You do not need to exhaust yourself explaining your heart to those determined to judge you incorrectly. Focus instead on protecting your peace, protecting your purpose, protecting your emotional health. Because the next chapter of your life requires clarity, and clarity cannot grow inside constant chaos. My child, I know there are moments where you feel afraid of the future, afraid of failing, afraid of being disappointed again, afraid of trusting again, afraid of hoping again, but fear cannot guide your destiny anymore. Fear has already stolen too much time from your life. This is the season where faith must become stronger than anxiety. Not because everything feels certain, but because you trust me even when outcomes remain unclear. That is real faith. My child, your breakthrough is not as far